Hello, United fans, and welcome into Championship Wrestling presented by CarShield. I'm your host, Gilbert Corsi, here at the United World headquarters, and we have a lot to get to and brief you on this week. First up, our main event's been brewing all year between two United Wrestling originals. Peter Avalon will get his wish today, taking on Bateman one-on-one. We know that Bateman's been on a tear all year long, and Avalon's had enough of his bullish ways, so that should be a good one. In women's division action, Zhang returns after being on the shelf for months following an attack from Savannah Stone. Zhang's coming in looking to get her career back on track against a super tough Brynn Thorne, and she has backup with her friend and UFC fighter Ashley Evans-Smith here as well. And now we have some shocking footage from last week to show you of a vicious attack that happened after we went off the air. Take a look here. That's right. Jack Banning and the institution laid out the bodega's Papo Esco in deceitful fashion.
Get him up! Come on, Bob. Yeah!
Yo, you good? Yo, what are they doing, man? Damn it! Papo!
I'm good. Oh, seriously.
This coming after the benevolent one had seemingly requested to give Esco his proper TV title rematch, but that was all clearly part of a much bigger mental and physical game. Well, that TV title match is our opening contest today, and Todd Kenley standing by on commentary with a special message from the committee before the bell rings.
Everyone to Championship Wrestling. Just last week there was a heinous attack that we witnessed. The institution and Jack Banning most notably tried to hedge his bets and get a cheap shot on his challenger for his United World Television title, Papo Esco. Papo Esco was seen by the medical staff. They have said that he is clearly not 100%, but they have cleared the challenger, and at Papo's request, this match will take place with the United World Television title on the line, and that match is next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United Television Championship.
Welcome to the bodega, it's the Boricua savior. Ain't nobody great as me. I'm Major League.
What a way to kick off the action here. It's great to see King Fatboy, Gorilla Ray Gordo, Papo Esco coming in here on his own power, but what an attack last week. Todd Kenley, Jack Farmer here with the call of the action, and Papo Esco took a shot by the television title right in the back of his head.
You know, someone like Papo Esco has been fighting his whole life, and so he's probably been hurt his whole life, doesn't necessarily know when it might be time to take a break, and I think that might be a case tonight after the attack he suffered last week.
Papo Esco looking to make history and regain the title that he held once before. And here you see the champion, the benevolent one, Jack Banning, tried to live up to that moniker as he said that the committee of the United Wrestling Network had never given former champion Papo Esco his rightful rematch at the United World Television title, something that Banning's looking to remedy. So that all sounds great, but then they go and sneak attack the man last week, and he hits him in the back of the head with that 10 pounds of leather and gold.
Well, you know, the thing about Jack Banning is he says some crazy stuff, but there's always that dark shadow of truth to it. He is given these opportunities, and look, I could say what he did about that attack, but I've seen Jack Banning attack broadcast members, so you're not going to see me badmouth the fella.
Well, good point. Banning, of course, just defeated Jordan Cruz for that title. Recently defended the title in a triple threat match. And Adnan here to set the stage.
Introducing first, the challenger. Representing the Bodega. Weighing in at 301 pounds, the King Fatboy, Papo Esco. And introducing his opponent from Shady Pines, weighing in at 213 pounds, he is the United Television Champion, Benevolent Jack Banning.
Champion and former champion collide. And Papo Esco not going to waste any time to get his hands on the champion. And again, who can blame him after that sickening attack that we witnessed just last week?
Yeah, I think attacking Papo Esco may have just fired him up more. And look, Papo's one of these guys who's used to taking things from people, so this is right up his alley.
He's biting him. He can get a good hot meal at the Bodega. And now look at the authority on that Irish whip, just punishing the champ, taking him killer to post.
Yeah, Papo Esco really, if you get a big slam there, really built in the same vein as a Bam Bam Bigelow, just a big guy who's super fast, you get a pin.
Well, that's fitting. Look for the cover there. I mean, Bam Bam, of course, you know, classically wore the flames. We have a very fired up Papo Esco here. What a way to kick a main event anywhere you look, but we're kicking things off this week with this. Still to come in our main event. What a personal matchup. This is a title match. Our main event, two of the most decorated champions in the history of this program, Peter Avalon and Bateman, look to settle their differences.
And you know, Jack Banning, all about the fights when it's backstage and he's got his friends here, but after taking a little bit of a beating, retreating to the outside and stepping away, looking to, what's he doing with it?
He's trying to take the title and run, and now tried to get himself disqualified. He knows, you know, Banning. You talk about the champion's advantage, and that's something Banning will certainly try and take advantage of. But Papo now with that bald bull-esque cranium, as James Kincaid would say, putting it to good work here. And for my money, the champ is lucky to still have the title. Let me look back to that triple threat matchup. He had the guillotine on Jordan Cruz. Jordan Cruz slammed him on Judiz, and we had a stack type situation. And basically, by default, Banning won the match because body on body, he was on top of Judiz.
Yeah, that could have gone a very different way very easily. But there, Jack Banning, again, using that champion's advantage, kicking that rope and getting a little bit of a low blow there on the challenger, Papo Esco, and now back in control of this thing. And Papo, look, I don't care how tough you are, when someone's pulling on your ears the way that Jack Banning just pulled on Papo's, you're gonna move.
Absolutely, and we talk about the history of Papo Esco in the television title. Won the title in the past, taking on longtime champion, Timeless Levi Shapiro. Won the title in a Bodega street fight at Commerce Casino. Had a hard-fought title defense. Was eventually defeated by Jordan Cruz, and then of course Banning eventually defeated Cruz. And here we are, champion, former champion, and this is a real slugfest between these two.
And I know that Papo would love nothing more than to win that championship tonight and bring it back to the Bodega, especially now that Slice Boogie's back and now that we've got so much stuff going on for the Bodega. He wants to continue to ride that wave, and he's got to get through a very tough champion, one that will do whatever it takes to win, in Jack Banning.
Papo on the attack, and when he's in control, it's tough to fight from underneath because he's such a sizable, strong competitor. And Papo, for my money, looks to be in fantastic shape. Looks like he shed a little weight. Might be a king medium-sized guy if he continues this path. Papo, the challenger, in control. Our opening contest for the television title continues right after this.
I love to drive. It's my me time, my getaway, my escape. Nothing can ruin it, except for a car breakdown. That's why I called CarShield. CarShield administrators help get those repairs paid. I trust CarShield with my baby, and you should too. CarShield has plans that include protection on major parts and systems like the engine, transmission, entertainment system, air conditioning, electronics, and more. CarShield administrators go the extra mile by including rental car options. You also get emergency services for flat or damaged tires, lockouts, dead batteries, and courtesy towing, all at no additional cost. Darlings, saving on expensive car repairs is just a phone call away. For me, it's a no-brainer.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in costs for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantees. Call 800-284-5872.
Don't worry. It's fake. That's a fake bomb. That's good. Fake class.
Oh, I'll do it. I swear on my mother's grave.
Fake threat. Fake dead guy. Fakes like those don't scare me. But fake meds, that's a different story. Verify your meds with Safe.Pharmacy. Protect those you love from bad meds.
Welcome back, everyone, to Championship Wrestling. The challenger in control throughout the break. And look at this, the champion taking the cheap shot, taking the shortcut, throwing to the eyes. A weakness on anybody, even Papo Esco.
Well, that's kind of been the story of this match in a lot of ways. Jack Banning has continued to pull on the ear, pull on the beard, jam his thumb into Papo's eyes, doing everything he can to try to outmatch the power and the size of Papo Esco. And it's easy to not like, but it's hard to deny its effectiveness. The challenger's on the ground.
Papo came out here to fight. Banning came out to fight dirty. That's what he's done since the opening bell. And again, the longer this matchup goes, I think the more it is in the favor of the champion, especially when you factor in that sneak attack last week. You gotta remember that Papo took that title belt right to the back of that sizable cranium.
Yeah, and again, just because Papo is clear doesn't mean he's 100%.
No.
It doesn't mean that he's at full force here. And it's not surprising that Jack Banning is so eager to get in the ring with him, knowing that that's the case.
You talked about the Bodega trying to add more championships to the ranks. I mean, think about it. They were the tag team title holders in the past, of course. Danny Limelight, the current United Wrestling Network World Champion. Papo Esco, former TV champion, and might turn that around and become the new champ here if you can keep things going. But a little quicker on the draw right now is the champ.
And here we see this is where it's finally coming into play. It looks like Banning bringing down those elbows across the neck and the cheek of Papo, hitting right on that area where he was attacked earlier.
Well, and think of this. What's he like to put you away with? The guillotine. So the title shot to the head last week, and he's looking forward here. Looking to sink in that guillotine. He's put a lot of people away with it. Jumps guard. Gonna try and wear the big guy down. Gonna try and turn out the lights, but too much power by Papo.
Papo just too big, too strong. But Jack Banning holding on there. Now look, there's gonna be a count here, but Jack Banning's gonna hold on as long as he can, because again, the champion's advantage. And if there's nothing that Jack Banning likes more than an advantage.
That shot in the corner, though, the corner store, if you will, broke the hold, and now train wreck by Papo Esco, and the title reign might become a train wreck here for Jack Banning if Papo can get the cover.
Well, you can hear the Irvine Improv. They are rallying behind the challenger. They're rallying behind Papo as he gets to his feet first, and I think he's about ready to go to work and pay some receipts.
Papo in control. The challenger surges. Where he's getting it from, I don't know. He's got the adrenaline running hot and heavy through that big body right now, and really making the champion pay the price, draping all that body weight down and clubbing shots.
And that body weight on Banning is going to wear him out, not just because he's getting beat up, but also just having to hold up that weight, especially as this match goes on longer. And this is where Papo likes to be, just brawling.
He's gone to the eyes. Now going to the throat. Is there a cheap shot that the champ won't take?
I think that's part of his game plan. I think he's checking off the box of all the cheap shots he can take here.
And the champion is taking the big guy into deep water. I do believe, even though in good shape, conditioning could become a factor, but maybe not. Big splash on the body weight down. New champ, no, not yet. Close call, near fall.
And Banning very close to being a former champion. I think Papo Esco smells blood in the water as he looks to continue to go back to work.
King Fatboy looking to become a two-time television champion, the 2-for-1 special, that big power slam. Oh, that was within an eyelash of history being made, just barely slipping the shoulder out.
And there was not a whole lot of mustard on that kick out. There was about just barely enough for Banning to kick out. That was as close of a near fall as you're gonna get.
And mustard will cost you extra in the bodega. But you're right, that was unbelievably close. I mean, the hammer damn near hit the bell at ringside here, because that was so close to history being made. Looking for the guillotine again, and he's utilizing the ropes here. And you can't win this way, but he can certainly starch the challenger with this.
Well, you can't win that way, but you can survive that way if you're the champion.
The official down. And when you talk about the institution, right now the inmates are running the asylum.
And this, I don't know what Jack Banning has planned on the outside as he goes back and he's grabbing that title again, that same championship that hit the back of the head of Papo before.
This is what he did last week. This one, and again, just completely waylays the challenger with that title. The official didn't detect it because the official is down. And
no,
not this way. Look at this, dead weight. The challenger is lifeless after a second consecutive shot with the title in 2 weeks' time, and Banning does it again.
Here is your winner, and still United Television Champion, Jack Banning.
Banning survives again with the title, finds a way to slither away with the championship.
Well, we talked about it at the top. He loves to say he's giving people's opportunities, but it's all just that deception that he always has, that manipulation where he pretends he's doing something, but he's really just serving himself, and it makes me sick.
Heartbreak City for the former champion, Papo Esco. We got a lot more coming your way, including Avalon Bateman in our main event. We'll be back.
If you're afraid to offend, you can't be honest. That's Thomas Paine, a leader in the American Revolution. CarShield, America's most trusted auto protection company, spells out what's protected in coverage plans for your vehicle. If your vehicle is out of warranty, all you have to do is call before your car breaks down. CarShield preserves your right to save on repairs or replacements for major parts and systems, while protecting your freedom to choose your mechanic or dealer for one affordable pay-as-you-go rate, a rate that will never go up. The future of this country rests on the people. The future of your car should rest with CarShield administrators. Call CarShield before it's too late.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantees. Call 800-453-5896. 800-453-5896. 800-453-5896.
Quick crack. Wash all you want. Don't drive dirty.
Yo, I did it. Just like I told you I would. Am I like a genius or am I a genius or what? You know? Well, what is it that you're keeping such a big secret? How about you just fill us in already? You're right. So, when I signed you guys, did I or did I not promise you gold? 24 karat gold.
Now you know that's my favorite kind. Are you trying to tell me what I think you're trying to tell me?
Yup. So I run into LaQuasto right as he's leaving town. We talk business. He says I gotta go. We talk more business. He says, get the heck off the hood of my car, guy. Slight head injury, cops were called. No charges were filed, so next week, main event, TMZ versus 24K for the United World Tag Title.
Let's go!
I mean, I didn't think you could do it, guy cool, but color me impressed.
Real clever. Getting this match done, going on LaQuasto's hood and all, while we're down one guy. You know damn well Shane's in Japan, and you're gonna get a tag championship opportunity?
You know what? I don't even think we need Shane to beat up a couple of J-Bones.
Oh, we're name calling right now? Is that what's gonna be?
What's this, 24 karat bronze? Yes, that's third place. Gold, this first place.
This is real 24 karat.
Right.
Y'all think you got a chance?
Oh,
That's
we do.
right. Tell him, Hobbs.
You got 0% chance.
Big goose egg.
See you later, chumps.
Jackets don't even matter.
Hey, just chill. It's cool. Stay cool, man.
Welcome back to Championship Wrestling. We are going to switch gears to a high-profile women's division matchup. We have a very special guest in the house, Ashley Evans Smith, UFC fighter, also an analyst for Up Next, fighting in the house, and a big fan and friend of Zeda Zhang. And Zhang is in action next.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Zeda Bring the Bang Zhang!
Bring the Bang Zhang, much like her friend Ashley Evans Smith, has fought inside the world of MMA as well. In fact, was undefeated as a professional MMA fighter, and has certainly made a huge waves here in the United Wrestling Network. And of course, that women's world title on the horizon, Jack.
Well, the United Wrestling Network has always attracted the biggest and the best combat athletes in the world, so it's no surprise here as Zeda Zhang has a friend in the audience.
And introducing her opponent from Phoenix, Arizona, she is the belle of the brawl, Brynn Thorne!
Talk about the MMA exploits of Zeda Zhang. Always looking for a good fight. She'll find one with Brynn Thorne. Aptly named the belle of the brawl. Certainly Thorne can mix it up with anybody in the striking department, has lethal striking skills.
Yeah, Thorne's been making waves all across the Southwest, and as you alluded to, that women's championship that's been coming up, it makes sense that she's here as well. Things really cooking here at United Wrestling Network.
No doubt about it, and it's great to see Zeda Zhang back in action. Was on the shelf for quite a while. Injury sustained at the hands of Savannah Stone in Zeda's last United matchup. Won the match, but by way of disqualification because of brutal attack by Stone. So had to go through some rehab, had to go through some work, some time off to get back. And certainly things not getting any easier for Bring the Bang Zhang, having to take on Brynn Thorne in this matchup.
Yeah, Brynn Thorne loves to throw hands. She is a striker. She wants to punch. She wants to kick. She wants to beat people up. You don't earn the nickname the Belle of the Brawl by accident.
And a noogie.
As we get a little extra credit in there as well. Zeda Zhang definitely has her hands full as she gets taken down here.
That's one of my favorite finishers in WrestleFest back in the day. Sergeant Slaughter had a nasty noogie into the cover attempt, trying to reverse body weight there with Zeda Zhang from underneath. Zeda Zhang in her MMA time, is comfortable on her back, comfortable with grappling, but gets back to a vertical base. Looking for what a counter there by Thorne.
Oh, beautiful pin.
Into the cover now, reversing the other way. Great matchup, almost like a mirror matchup. These two so evenly matched. looking to get out of there with the bridge. Did Thorne into the cover again. Man, tough to keep up with this one.
Yeah, they seem to have plan A, B, C, and D, and we're seeing all four of them happen at the same time as it counter for counter for counter. This match could end at any second.
And follow David Marquez on social media. It wasn't that long ago he previewed that United Women's World title. It looks like, just an absolutely fantastic championship. And again, women's division matches, momentum so important. You want to get the attention of the committee. You want to have your shot at the big dance when that title is finally contested.
Well, you talk about how beautiful that title is. I will put the United Wrestling Network Championships up against any others as we get a pin with how they look. And once we get that women's championship belt, it's going to be beautiful, I'm sure.
I think I'd put them above most and many.
Yes.
I think you'd have to go back to the old Winged Eagle to find a better title, or even, as good a title as what we've got now. Now, good shot of Ashley Evans Smith on the outside. Look of concern on her face because Brynn Thorne is very much in the driver's seat of this matchup right now.
And again, I think the idea that this championship will be unveiled soon is really bringing out all those combat athletes. And it's really getting them to perform at an extra high level, and that's why we've got a Brynn Thorne and a Zeda Zhang.
Reversal into full mount, nicely done. And having a little fun at the expense of Thorne, but maybe should have laid down some serious ground and pound there. Had the opportunity, had the advantage, toyed with Thorne a little bit, did Zane, and that cost her. Now, Thorne back in control, snap suplex, nicely executed. And you gotta wonder, Zeda Zhang coming off an injury. Is she 100%? We'll find out. She better be because Thorne is ready. We'll be back after this.
I love to drive. It's my me time, my getaway, my escape. Nothing can ruin it, except for a car breakdown. That's why I called CarShield. CarShield administrators help get those repairs paid. I trust CarShield with my baby, and you should too. CarShield has plans that include protection on major parts and systems like the engine, transmission, entertainment system, air conditioning, electronics, and more. CarShield administrators go the extra mile by including rental car options. You also get emergency services for flat or damaged tires, lockouts, dead batteries, and courtesy towing. All at no additional cost. Darlings, saving on expensive car repairs is just a phone call away. For me, it's a no-brainer.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantees. Call 800-284-5872.
Don't worry.
It's fake.
Let's go. Fake bomb.
Fake class. Oh, I'll do it. I swear on my mother's grave.
Fake threat. Fake dead guy. Fakes like those don't scare me. But fake meds, that's a different story. Verify your meds with Safe.Pharmacy. Protect those you love from bad meds.
Welcome back, everyone. Fiercely competitive women's division match between Zeda Zhang and Brynn Thorne. Todd Kennelly, Jack Farmer here with the call of the action. And Thorne has been in control all throughout the commercial break.
Yeah, she has been dominating here, and Zeda Zhang, a rough match coming back to United Wrestling Network after that injury we talked about earlier. No easy matches here at Championship Wrestling, especially as everyone's jockeying for position for that upcoming title. And Brynn stamping her foot on the face of Zeda Zhang here.
Well, it's one thing to come back, and it's one thing to train, to go through therapy, to be cleared. It's another thing being in ring shape. And Jack, Zeda Zhang's been on the shelf for quite some time, and there might be, a little bit of evidence of rust here.
Yeah, and it was a big injury. It was a back injury, something that's going to make it hard to train any other extremities. As these two go for a tour around the ring and give everyone an up-close look of the fight they're having. And
Thorne has been so aggressive throughout this matchup and right in the face of Ashley Evans-Smith, professional MMA fighter extraordinaire.
Poking the bear a little bit. Talking a little trash. I don't know if this is a good move by Brynn.
Well, it's only, cockiness if you can't back it up. And I think Thorne, though, this is a bear you might not want to poke.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, boy.
She has definitely gotten into her personal space here.
Wow, shoving Ashley Evans-Smith. The Jack, oh man, business might pick up in a hurry here. And Zhang takes advantage, gets Thorne back in the squared circle, and now a new lease on life here for Bring the Bang Zhang. That elbow was countered, however. Boy, this might be the best we've ever seen Thorne look against top flight competition.
Thorne is definitely coming here with a vengeance. I think Zhang maybe helped her out by getting her away from Ashley, but
nasty
big
suplex.
German suplex. And Zhang is firing up.
Popped the hips, took Thorne up and over. And now Zhang looking out here, maybe snowplow. We've seen her use this to great success. Defeated Danielle Camilla in Arizona and defeats Brynn Thorne in Irvine, California.
Here is your winner, Zeda Zhang.
And the fight of Zeda Zhang to take the beating she took, to take the beating she was given this entire matchup, find a way to come through, find a way to turn around and get the win. Huge win.
Comes back and back to her winning ways. You had Brynn Thorne get in the face of Ashley Evans-Smith. Ashley Evans-Smith was looking for a fight.
What is this?
Oh, no, not again.
Savannah Stone, she's the one
Stone was the one who put her on the shelf, and now Ashley Evans-Smith.
Ashley Evans-Smith has had enough.
Boy, Zeda Zhang has some big-time backup in the form of Ashley Evans-Smith, because if not, Stone was looking to put Zeda Zhang right back on injury reserve.
Well, I think Ashley Evans-Smith saw what was happening, saw what happened before, and showed that Zeda Zhang also has friends.
Zeda Zhang had a plan, came in prepared, got the win, and I don't think we've seen the end of this war. We'll be back on Championship Wrestling.
Megan Harmon here with the former United World Tag Team Champions Beef Candy, who have a big surprise for all of you fans out there.
First things first. The institution, the crazies have been locked away in a loony bin, and that's all behind us now.
And we are laser focused going into Golden Opportunity because we are the #1 contenders. And it was a year ago that we lost our United Wrestling Network Tag Team Championships when they were stolen from us by cheating. And that's what this year was. Cheating, cheating, cheating. They kept putting us up against adversary after adversary, and now we have never backed down, and we are up against the champions in TMZ.
That's right, TMZ. You guys might be the biggest, you guys might be the baddest, and you guys might be the toughest, but none of you are Richie Slade and Flex McCallion, and we're coming at you hungry.
And speaking of hungry, I hope everyone at home is very hungry for what we have for you next week. Because we, the succulent voices of Beef
Candy,
are going to be sitting in on commentary, and not just for one match.
For the whole episode.
So Megan, say it with me, Beef
Candy. Did I say it right?
Yeah, I could use some work. I kind of liked it.
If you're afraid to offend, you can't be honest. That's Thomas Paine, a leader in the American Revolution. CarShield, America's most trusted auto protection company, spells out what's protected in coverage plans for your vehicle. If your vehicle is out of warranty, all you have to do is call before your car breaks down. CarShield preserves your right to save on repairs or replacements for major parts and systems, while protecting your freedom to choose your mechanic or dealer for one affordable pay-as-you-go rate, a rate that will never go up. The future of this country rests on the people. The future of your car should rest with CarShield administrators. Call CarShield before it's too late.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantees. Call 800-453-5896. 800-453-5896. 800-453-5896.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Moore, Oklahoma, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bateman!
Main event time on Championship Wrestling. TK Todd Countley, Jack Farmer. We are joined by the United Heritage Champion, BHK Kevin Martinson, and a lot of personal nature in this one, and it has certainly spelled out and affected you as well, BHK. Woo. Woo. Bateman got involved in your recent title matchup as we await PPA.
And introducing his opponent from Carson City, Nevada, weighing in at 181 pounds, Pretty Peter Avalon!
A lot of history between these two of the most decorated champions in the history of this program. Of course, Avalon, a tag team champion many times over, long reigning heritage champion. This one's not about titles. It certainly is very personal.
Yeah, Peter Avalon hasn't liked the way that Tyler Bateman's been handling things as of late, but personally, if you ask me, I'd stay out of Bateman's way. I don't know about you, champ.
Yeah, I was in that six-man tag team match when all this started. If you remember when Peter was trying to make that tag and Bateman didn't like that, he was...
We go back to the red carpet rumble. You know, the three of you guys worked together to eliminate Final Destination from the rumble, and then you met each other in six-man tag action, and that's when Benedict Bateman turned his back on a couple of the originals from the United Wrestling Network. That had to shock you, champ.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were all cool, a bunch of old guys, a bunch of originals. I thought we were all going to be friends and join forces and take out the Arizona boys, but, you know, Bateman had other ideas, it looks like.
And then Bateman went on. He was eliminated in the red carpet rumble by E.J. Sparks. Defeated E.J. Sparks one-on-one competition, then hit a second death from above after the matchup, extracurricular, and that didn't sit well with Peter Avalon, who was on commentary. But what do you make of Bateman's involvement in your recent title defense over Evan Daniels when he came in and hit Daniels with a brainbuster? I don't think you ever saw it during the match, champ, but I'm sure you've reviewed the footage since.
Yeah, much like whatever it is that he just did right now, I don't know what this guy's been thinking lately. And like you said, I didn't even know he came out to help. I thought Evan was just still knocked out from the spear on the apron, but yeah, apparently Bateman decided he needed to give me a hand, which is kind of weird. After the last time I saw him, he was trying to snap my larynx in half on the turnbuckle, but again, with a guy like this, you never really know what he's thinking.
Maybe, perhaps a bit of a master of puppets, you know, pulling the strings is Bateman. Yeah. Former champion in his own right, former television champion a couple times over, he's a red carpet rumble winner, PP3 cup holder. You know, these guys have done it all, and you have a unique
So it's almost like you're saying everything except this title right here.
Indeed.
Do you think that's what's spurring him on? Do you think that's why he keeps waving at you and getting in your business?
I don't know, man. This guy's nuts. I don't really understand anything he's ever thinking, but, you know, that's part of why I'm out here. I wanted to get a closer look at this. I know these two guys better than anybody in the locker room.
Well, I wouldn't want to crawl into the head of Bateman because that's a scary place, but maybe he wants to preserve your title reign to get a shot and, you know, try and take out another day one guy of the United Wrestling Network, perhaps.
Well, yeah, you talk about getting into the head of Bateman. I've done interviews for Championship Wrestling for about 3 years now, and let me tell you, I've looked right into Bateman's eyes, and saying it's terrifying doesn't do it justice. There's something going on in that guy's head.
It's two guys that have held a lot of gold here in the United Wrestling Network and have taken the show on the road. Of course, Peter Avalon, AEW. You got Bateman, a former Trios champion and Ring of Honor. And just proof positive the type of talent that was homegrown here in the United Wrestling Network. And we'll see if these two can settle their disputes here in this main event.
Yeah, Kevin, as you can attest to, though, for everywhere they've been, as popular as they've been, the network television they've been on, it's not going to do them any good once they're here at the United Wrestling Network. They got to prove it again here.
Oh, absolutely. And nobody's proven themselves more than these two guys. Like I said, we've all been here since the very beginning. I've wrestled Peter more than anybody in my entire career. I mean, well, not just me, but also, you know, unfortunately for Peter, my evil clone was some of those matches that he had, but we don't need to talk about that right now.
Let me ask you this. Is you know, Bateman some stalling tactics? A little bit of a different Bateman than usually Bateman has one speed, and that's full speed ahead. Headlock takedown. I got to ask you, champ, since you have a unique knowledge of both competitors, you know, what are your keys to victory for Avalon and for Bateman in this?
I mean, Peter's off to a good start right now. He's got to try to out-wrestle him, out-quick him, use his speed, use his agility. Get him down on the ground like this. This is a good start. Bateman likes to strike a lot with his hands and his elbows and his feet and his knees and pretty much everything he could strike with. So if he could take out some limbs.
For that golden arch,
yeah.
You know, we've seen that a lot in the past, put a lot of guys away with that. And if he could take out the wheels of Bateman, nice drop kick by Avalon, Bateman might not be able to posture up and hit that death from above.
Yeah, and
that's true. If he can't stand, he's not going to be able to drop that. Oh, here we go.
Swing and a miss by Bateman. Avalon outside, inside, sunset flip. Used to talk about sunset flip on the Sunset Strip way back in the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood days. Here's the cover. Avalon looking to put him away. No, sir, not yet.
See, it's like he heard me already. Speed, agility, out-quicken him. That's what he's got to keep doing.
All right, so on the flip side, does Bateman need to turn this into a fight?
Oh, yeah. I think every match he's ever had, that's the first thing he's looking to do. Scratch, claw, bite, just do whatever he can. I mean, let's not forget, this is a guy that comes out with filthy, sleeveless Ted Bundy t-shirts on. Oh,
playtime might be over in this one. Jack, are you surprised that Avalon has been the aggressor in this?
You know, I am a little surprised. I'm surprised it's been so effective. I felt like everyone was playing right into Bateman's hands, but Peter Avalon really taking it to Bateman here. And I gotta say, Avalon looks like he's put on some muscle here. He looks like he's ready for a fight.
Avalon is beating Bateman at his own game right now. He's beating Bateman when it comes to physicality, and that's not something I necessarily expected. But, you know, and again, I think the temper running hot and heavy through Avalon after what Bateman's put him through as of late.
Well, yeah, Bateman's been ruffling a lot of feathers lately. Even apparently you champ, he's been getting in your way a lot. And I know this is a conflict business, but eventually it's going to come back to bite you.
Avalon staying in control. Well, if the first one doesn't get you, the second one will. Now side Russian leg sweep, heads up move, and it might be a heads off move for Avalon as he came crashing down in a bad way, and Bateman now in control. We got to take a break. Bateman turning things around. We'll be back.
I love to drive. It's my me time, my getaway, my escape. Nothing can ruin it, except for a car breakdown. That's why I called CarShield. CarShield administrators help get those repairs paid. I trust CarShield with my baby, and you should too. CarShield has plans that include protection on major parts and systems like the engine, transmission, entertainment system, air conditioning, electronics, and more. CarShield administrators go the extra mile by including rental car options. You also get emergency services for flat or damaged tires, lockouts, dead batteries, and courtesy towing. All at no additional cost. Darlings, saving on expensive car repairs is just a phone call away. For me, it's a no-brainer.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantees. Call 800-284-5872.
Don't worry.
It's fake.
That's a good.
Fake bomb.
That's a good.
Fake class. Oh, I'll do it. I swear on my mother's grave.
Fake threat. Fake dead guy. Fakes like those don't scare me. But fake meds, that's a different story. Verify your meds with Safe.Pharmacy. Protect those you love from bad meds.
Welcome back, everyone, to our main event. Throughout the break, Bateman dominating, but Avalon doing his best to fight back, but tough to do because Bateman's so devastating. Todd Kemp and Jack Farmer were joined by BHK Kevin Martinson, the Heritage Champion. What can Avalon do to escape this onslaught right now?
This is exactly where Peter didn't want to be. All that speed and agility is kind of gone out the window right now. Well, once Bateman gets you down, he's going to keep you down.
And Bateman just loves to hurt people. He just loves to pick people apart. I always say if he wasn't paid to hurt people, he'd be doing it for free. As he picks Avalon and just goes to work. You don't want to get behind on a guy like Bateman who's going to keep on dishing out punishment like this. It's going to be very difficult for Avalon to get back in this if he lets this continue.
Bateman just punishing
He wants us to be
Avalon,
quiet.
looking for another big shot here. Calls the audible. And now swinging net breaker by the main man, Bateman, who has a lot of success in the history of in this program, in this building. Won one of his television titles right here, defeating Royce Isaacs back in 2019 Coastline Clash. How about that? The shin right across the back of the neck. He's really attacking that upper body region, the head, the neck of Avalon. Perhaps Champ trying to soften him up for that death from above.
Yeah, Peter's got to try to turn this around now, get back on his feet before it's too late. If you let Bateman just pick you apart like that, he's not going to be getting back up.
Bateman, if you look at his face, he is just enjoying this. Just a sick and twisted individual using that elbow again. And this is why I said earlier, if I was Avalon, I'd stay out of Bateman's way.
Peter's no slouch, though. You don't want to be doing this to him.
Avalon, and Avalon is not having it.
Oh, come on, ref.
This is just going after the eyes here. And look, you want to win a wrestling match, but you want to be able to see after it's over.
Yeah, see again, like what I was saying before, filthy sleeveless Ted Bundy t-shirt guy. Like this is exactly what you expect from someone like that. The level of violence, he's going to dig in your eyes. He's going to
now biting. Went to the eyes, now biting.
Right on cue.
And I don't think, Bateman is a guy that just has no remorse for his actions. You said it best, Jack, earlier when you said this guy just likes to punish people. I don't even know if he cares if he wins or loses this match. He's flirting with disqualification right now. He just wants to hurt Avalon.
Yeah, he's enjoying this. He's enjoying what's happening here. Just lining up that shot.
Yeah, Pete, you're going to want to get out of there. You don't want to take too many more of those.
No, nasty stuff. I mean, hot knife through butter. And Bateman, one of the most lethal strikers, if not the most we've ever seen in the history of the United Wrestling Network, looking for the victory now, doesn't elect to hook the leg. And it's like a cat playing with its prey right now, cat and mouse tactics. And Bateman's in total control. Or is he? Desperation jawbreaker by Avalon. Avalon's such a great veteran. He's always got a fighting chance.
Ooh, there's that knee from earlier.
Oh. To your point.
Look out.
Nice, there's that quickness.
And as soon as Avalon has control, Bateman smartly to the outside.
Springboard cross body by Avalon. Well, that's something out of your playbook, BHK.
I'm allowed to clap for stuff, right? You got to give it up for that, Pete.
Avalon taking control. Let's take a look back. Look at this springboard crossbody.
Yeah,
inside,
I would like
outside.
to see that again.
Avalon going high risk. Wow!
Beautiful crossbody.
Stay on him, Pete.
Bateman.
Boy, Avalon, where he's finding this, I don't know. Big DDT.
And this is what Avalon needs to do if he wants to have a chance. Goes for the pin.
And BHK, that's a flurry you got to be proud of there by Avalon.
Yeah, man.
You're an expert at stringing together offense.
Hey, Todd, you know more than anybody. You've been calling this guy's matches for 15 years now. You can never count Peter out. He's the most resilient superstar we've ever seen in this company.
Too much power, though.
But it doesn't do much when you just keep getting elbowed in the jaw like that. Oh, maybe it doesn't matter.
Going to the eyes again. Fish hook city here. Illegal in every single combat sport. And Bateman taking advantage. And almost a variation of the death from above right to the back of the head. Might have caught him in that external occipital protuberance that Gorilla always talked about. And you can see the effects here. Avalon might be out.
Well, going back to what you were saying earlier about Bateman just wanting to hurt people, you're not seeing him go for quick pins. You're not seeing him go for quick covers.
But he might be looking for quick death here. Death from above.
Oh, nice.
It was countered by the knees. What a counter heads-up move there by
strike
Avalon.
too. There we go. That's it.
Death Valley driver going for the cover, looking for the win. No, not yet. What a match in our main event.
Look at the face of Avalon. He thought he had it. He thought that was it.
Two of the best to ever do it in the history of the United Wrestling Network. Decorated champions of the past. And these two, it's not about titles here. It's
I know
about
what he's
bragging
going
rights.
for here. I've been on the receiving end of this plenty. Oh.
Too much power. Oh my goodness.
Oh, through,
Out the back door. Avalon looking for the golden arch again.
Oh, second time in the match.
Oh, and he's wrenching it back.
That single leg crab.
He had it hooked in briefly earlier, and you saw when Bateman went to pick him up a few minutes ago, his knee buckled.
He beat David Arquette in this building with that move at one point. That's a former WCW World Champion.
Well, that move's beaten a lot of champs.
Both these guys are ready to rumble. That's no doubt about it.
But Avalon didn't get the job done. And if you don't get the job done against Bateman, Bateman's going to come back stronger than ever.
Outside, inside again. Counter nicely looking for the death from above. That's the second time he went for it. Hasn't been able to hit it. Upstairs, downstairs.
Misdirection. Both these guys seem to have studied. Get a pin.
Oh, feet on the ropes.
Oh, ref, come on.
Here is your winner, Bateman!
Let's take a look back at this. Both were trying to hit the heavy artillery. Bateman couldn't hit the death from above. Avalon couldn't hit the martinis. Bateman had to resort to feet on the ropes, extra leverage to get the win. Your thoughts, BHK?
Well, hang on. I think he wants to see something real quick.
Boy, we've got BHK standing up for that Heritage title.
I don't want to get in between these guys.
And the fact that it took breaking the rules tells me something. Bateman had to dig deep into his bag of tricks to beat Avalon.
No, I think he knows that Peter had him right where he wanted him, but that's the kind of stuff Bateman's known for, so you can't be surprised. But if he's the next guy to get a shot at this, you better believe I'm not going to fall for that stuff.
Heartbreaking loss for Avalon. There you see, perhaps we have a date with destiny with this man, BHK, and Bateman down the line. We will see you next week on Championship Wrestling.